Thor's puppies. They're 1 week old today. These are the 3 males. There's 3 boys and 5 girls. They were born July 8th. So these are the 3 boys. And I'll show you the girls. Aren't they sweet? They're not wanting to stay apart. So then the 5 girls are over here. Here's one. Now they're mixing. This is why we wait until the puppies are about 4.5 to 5.5 weeks old to put different color collars on them, because until then they really do all pretty much look and act identical. And so we put the collars on them at about 4 weeks, and then we have our buyers start picking at about 4.5 to 5.5 weeks, depending on how they do with their personalities showing and their differences showing. Some litters are earlier than others. But so for right now, these guys are a week old. We will be having the deposit day probably in a week or 2 weeks from now. Just depends. I'll look at my calendar, and if you're interested in reserving one of these guys, we do require a $300 deposit. And these puppies are Dixies, so Dixies are non-AKC registered. They're purebred Airedale, but they're not AKC registered, and we do 1 to 2 litters a year like this to give people that don't care about registration a chance to get a little discount. They're $100 cheaper than our AKC registered puppies. So these guys are $10.50 plus 6.5% sales tax. And that includes the $300 deposit required to reserve one. So I send this all out in the email, all the details of how this works, but there's a deposit day, and on that day you send a $300 deposit to reserve one. And then in the order I received your deposits is the picking order when they're a little bit older. So if you're the second one to send a deposit for a female, then you get to pick number 2 out of the females. All this is in the email that I send out. There's also a video on our YouTube channel of some of Dixie's old puppies that says how to reserve a puppy, and that goes into great detail. So here they are. They're adorable and doing really good and really healthy.